Welcome back, Third Phase Moon. We've got a creepy one for you today. I mean, real creepy. A man who lives close by found something so scary, it'll make your skin crawl. It's one of the most largest specimens ever captured, and we're about to see it for the first time.
All right, Clayton, tell us how you came across this massive centipede. It's one of the biggest in the world, right?
Or is it the biggest?
It's the biggest in the world, and you found it right here on the Humqua coast.
Right in here. Right inside this broken stuff over here. Just crawling by the dead stuff.
All right, so what were you thinking when you came across it? Was it
I
coming after you?
I thought it was a snake. It wasn't moving very much, just slowly. So I backed off, then I went home and got a 5-gallon bucket. And I come back and he was still over there walking around. Because I knew if I took a stick and tried to, you're gonna spook him off and he's not gonna get him. So I went back, I let him lay there because maybe he might have been eating or something. And then I got him over there, and as soon as I touched the back end of him with the stick, he went right in the bucket fast. And then as I was holding the bucket, he stood up in the bucket like a cobra.
Wow.
And then he just climbed right out of the freaking bucket 2 or 3 times, and I had to go there and get a stick and hold him down and everything to get him in there. And finally took him home. Then I put him in a plastic bag and froze him.
So while you're out here doing your yard work, have you seen any other centipedes, like anything in its relation?
I caught one yesterday about 8 inches.
So how big is this centipede? You actually have it with you right now. We could take a look at the centipede.
Yeah, I have
All right, guys, I want to see the world's largest centipede right here. Clayton captured something. Let's check it out. Come on.
I looked on the internet already.
Yeah.
The biggest one found was 11.
11 inches is the largest centipede known.
That's what they say in Google. But I'm gonna tell you. My wife was in Vietnam, coming home in 1976. She said she seen one over there 16. But just because it's the biggest one known, that doesn't mean that somebody else might not have a bigger one and just doesn't tell nobody.
Sure.
People have killed bigger ones. I've heard of them 2 feet, and people kill them and they don't say nothing. They just kill it. Nobody likes them. Nobody wants to even be associated with them.
Who wants to get bit by a centipede 15 inches long?
Well, I don't know. I've been bit by the little 4 or 5 inchers, and I tell you what,
they're painful.
It's like a yellow jacket got you, or get cut by a piece of glass.
Okay, so you'd say you took this centipede, took it to your freezer.
Okay, then I froze him, and then I left him in there for about a week, and then I went into my taxidermy magazine, and I ordered some formaldehyde.
Okay.
You got 2 ways you can do it. You can soak him in alcohol. But when you soak them in alcohol, you got to leave them there 6 months. And then when you take them out of the alcohol, he's twisted. And then when you go to move them, you might break them. So the formaldehyde's easier. You just inject them about every inch, and then they'll die. But that's cancer-causing stuff too,
Yeah, exactly. So when did you let this discovery of yours known to the public? When did you go to the press?
I let a friend know.
Okay.
And then before you know it, the freaking news people from the Tribune Herald was here.
Okay.
And what are you gonna do? They were like you.
So then the world found out.
Everybody knows.
What about the scientific community? Did you get in touch with? Did biologists?
The people from UH and they seen it.
The UH University.
Well, I didn't take it to them, but they seen it in the paper and everything, and the pictures that they had took, and they said it's from here.
Okay.
It's what we have here. And the guy said he wouldn't doubt it. There's even bigger ones.
So it's an actual breed of centipede that exists here on the Big Island.
It is.
Nowhere else.
It's the red one.
It's the red centipede, and again, it's the world's largest known to man right now. We're going to take a look at it. Clayton was brave enough to put this on ice, put some formaldehyde, taxidermy it. We're going to take a look at it right now. Come on. Okay, this is going to be amazing. He's worked on taxidermy for quite some time, and I can tell right now his work is amazing. Wow, look at this place.
Here it is.
What in the world? Now this thing, it almost doesn't even look
Look at
real.
my arm,
Take a look
bro.
at that thing. All right, guys,
I'll get a tape measure for you.
look at this thing. It almost looks like it's fake, but nope. This thing, could you imagine if this was crawling in your bed at night? Or you're just walking around in your garden and you stepped on this thing.
The body is 11.
Look at this thing.
Look at the pinchers on it.
Okay, so from one end to the other, this roller is about 12 inches. and from the end of its
that's a little bit,
antennae,
yeah.
you got another 3
You
inches
go right
on
to
it.
the
So
end,
that's
it's 14 and a half.
that's 14 and a half inches of centipede nightmares. This is incredible. It looks almost something out of this world. Like this is
That's a
crazy.
big one. You get bit by that, you're going to the doctor.
Since this has been public, that you've had actually offers on people trying to purchase this from you. Tell us on how that's been going recently.
I don't know really what it's worth. I don't know, but I'm just, if it's the largest in the world, if that bug sold for 138,000,
Yeah, what bug sold for 130,000?
you go look at it. If you type in Google, it looked like a giant ladybug.
A ladybug.
Well, it looked like that, but it was a big beetle.
And that sold on the internet for how much?
134,000. But it didn't say it was the only one. It just that beetle sold, you know.
Well, you could imagine, this is the world's largest centipede. This thing is priceless.
If you can find bigger, let me know. I don't see it.
That's right. Right. If anybody wants a challenge out there in the world that can find a bigger centipede than this one, we'd sure like to know about it right here at Third Phase Moon. Let us know, because I think this is a world record right here.
Do the body. The body's 11, right? Around here. Just do the body. Just without the feelers. The body's 11 by itself, right?
That.
We're at 11.
Oh my God! If this thing just crawled on your arm
Like you
that.
can kind of, you can bring it up a little bit like that, But you can't, I can't flip it around.
The mother of all centipedes right
Ooh.
here, and let me tell you, it's a
But
thing of nightmares.
The guy in UH told me, he says there's probably bigger. He says, do you found that one over there? And he says there's probably bigger.
Well, there might be a family of these right out here, and maybe it's the end of.
Yeah, but you know what? I just happened to see the one, because it's hard to see that in the ground with all that broken, when you got a rotten tree, it's the same color.
Yeah, they're perfectly
If it
camouflaged.
if it didn't move, I would have never saw it. And how many times I walked through there with my slippers?
Oh my God!
Not now.
I don't doubt it. Man, some of your taxidermy here is amazing, but I gotta say, the world's largest centipede is bringing nightmares, because we live right here on the Big Island. And
My wife don't even like looking
I'm not
at
gonna be walking around bare feet around here anymore, because when these things bite you, it's a quick trip to the.
And you know when you go in the grass and there's broken trees and things, that's where they are.
They like to hide in.
They don't want the hot sun. They like the cool, the shade,
Well, the
and
hum.
the moist, the wet dirt.
Wow, Clayton, I appreciate you showing us this incredible find of yours, the largest centipede in the world, captured by Clayton. And let me tell you, it's been my pleasure sharing it with you. Again, hey, thanks for joining us. Watch where you're walking around here. I don't want you to get hit by one of those bad boys.
No.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us right here at Third Phase Moon. It's my pleasure showing you a world record right here, the largest centipede in captivity or in a taxidermy form. We'll see you again next time.
Into the Forbidden Zone. What's really going on the Big Island of Hawaii? Our latest documentary, available right now on YouTube. Into the Forbidden Zone is available right now on YouTube. And the link is below in the description. Join us as we